What if the secret to living over 100 wasn't hidden in supplements or surgeries, but in the quiet moments before sleep? In Japan, the path to longevity is often walked slowly, in silence, with intention. And it begins each night, when the sun fades behind the tiled rooftops of Kyoto, when sandals are placed at the doorstep, and the scent of roasted barley or hinoki fills the air. For centuries, Japanese elders have honored the night not as an anko, but as a sacred threshold, a passage into healing. Long before the world discovered melatonin or sleep trackers, the centenarians of Okinawa were practicing a series of quiet habits, rituals of warmth, stillness, and gratitude. Their secret isn't in the length of their sleep, but in the way they arrive at it. Slowly, gently, as if preparing the body to receive medicine without a pill. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japan's most respected physician and longevity teacher, lived until 105. He often reminded his patients, "The body heals best when we are not in the way." His nightly routine was simple: a warm bath, a cup of caffeine-free tea, and a moment of stillness. No phone, no urgency, just the soft breathing of the present moment. This rhythm, he believed, was more powerful than any prescription. This video is a quiet invitation, a return to the body's natural tempo, a reminder that the night is not just for sleep, but for restoration. For those who seek to live longer, with clarity, mobility, and joy, what happens before you sleep might matter more than you think. Tonight, we explore the bedtime rituals of Japanese elders, rooted in warmth, silence, and simplicity. Each practice is a key handed down through generations, waiting to unlock the healing power of night. In Japanese homes, the bathroom is not merely functional, it is sacred, especially at night. Long after dinner has settled and the house has quieted, the warm waters of the ofuro, a deep soaking tub, become the final ritual of the day. This is not a quick shower. It is a return to oneself. The ofuro is filled not to cleanse the body, but to soothe it. The water is hot, around 40 to 42 degrees Celsius, and the body is submerged almost to the neck. Unlike Western bathtubs, there are no soaps or distractions here. The goal is not hygiene, it's renewal. Muscles relax, blood vessels expand, and tension, physical, mental, emotional, dissolves like salt into water. Science supports what the elders have always known. Nighttime bathing lowers cortisol levels, enhances blood circulation, and raises body temperature just enough to trigger a natural cooling afterward, preparing the body for deeper, more restorative sleep. In a study published by the Journal of Physiological Anthropology, researchers found that elderly Japanese individuals who bathed regularly at night reported better sleep quality, lower stress levels, and even reduced symptoms of arthritis. Perhaps the deeper medicine lies beyond biology. In Japan, bathing is an act of psychological release. You leave the day behind, the worries, the noise, the regrets. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara practiced this nightly. He described the ofuro as a quiet chamber where the soul catches up with the body. It was his way of ending the day with dignity, not chaos. Imagine this: dim lights, the scent of hinoki wood or yuzu peel infusing the steam. No phones, no screens, just stillness. A return to the womb of warmth. In this silence, something inside settles. And healing begins not from the outside in, but from the inside out. You don't need an expensive tub. A deep, warm soak in a simple bath for 15 to 20 minutes before bed can be enough. And if a full bath isn't possible, even a warm foot soak can carry similar benefits. The wisdom lies not in the luxury, but in the ritual. So tonight, before bed, run a bath, not just to wash, but to let go. Let the water hold what you no longer need. Let warmth replace worry. Let silence heal. As the evening deepens in Japan, there's a quiet ritual that flows from hand to hand, cup to cup. It's not wine, not coffee, not even green tea. It's mujika, a humble, caffeine-free infusion made from roasted barley. In many Japanese households, especially among the elderly, mujika is the final drink of the day. This is not just tradition. It's wisdom. Mujika has been consumed in Japan for centuries, valued for its earthy flavor, cooling properties, and its remarkable effect on the nervous system. While the Western world reaches for pills to calm the mind, many Japanese seniors reach for this golden brown tea. Unlike green tea, which contains caffeine and is avoided close to bedtime, mujika is naturally caffeine-free and gently alkaline. It supports digestion, soothes the stomach, and helps regulate blood sugar, a quiet ally for the body preparing to rest. In traditional Japanese medicine, it is believed to cool internal heat, reduce inflammation, and harmonize the body's internal rhythm. But beyond its physiological benefits, mujika is a symbol of rhythm and simplicity. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara often spoke about the power of daily rituals, especially those that mark the transition between day and night. Mujika, he believed, created a bridge between activity and rest, a signal to the body, the day is done. It's time to receive, not to strive. Elderly Japanese often prepare it early in the day and let it cool naturally. In summer, it is served chilled. In colder seasons, gently warmed. The preparation itself is slow, mindful. A small scoop of roasted barley steeped in hot water. The aroma fills the kitchen, nutty, comforting, grounding. Just holding the warm cup begins to calm the breath. Unlike many modern beverages, mujika asks for nothing, no sugar, no buzz, no crash. It is presence in a cup, and perhaps that's why it endures. Tonight, after your bath, skip the wine. Put away the coffee. Try a small cup of mujika instead. Let the roasted grains speak to your cells. Let the warmth reach your center. Let it be enough. The path to longevity may begin not with what we consume, but with what we stop chasing. Sometimes the quietest habits become the strongest anchors. In the quiet corners of Japanese tradition, there's a ritual even softer than tea and quieter than water. It doesn't require movement, tools, or preparation. Just breath and presence. It's called kokyu, more than simply breathing. Kokyu is the art of conscious breath, a slow, deep rhythm that restores balance between body and mind. For many Japanese elders, especially those who have embraced Zen or traditional martial arts, kokyu is not a technique. It is a way of returning to oneself, particularly at the end of the day, and it's often paired with another quiet practice, kansha, the expression of gratitude. In Western culture, the day often ends in distraction, screens glowing, thoughts racing. But in Japan, especially in rural towns and among the older generation, sleep is approached with reverence. A moment to reflect, not ruminate. To notice, not numb. Before bed, some elders sit in silence, spine upright on a tatami mat, or simply on the edge of the futon, eyes closed. Inhale slowly through the nose. Exhale longer through the mouth. This simple rhythm, repeated for a few minutes, slows the heart rate, eases anxiety, and prepares the body to release its grip on the day. After a few rounds, they speak silently or aloud a few words of gratitude. Thank you for this day. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for another night of rest. This is not performance. It is presence. Modern studies now affirm what tradition has long taught. Conscious breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, easing the transition into deeper sleep. Gratitude, practiced regularly, reduces stress hormones, improves mood, and even enhances immune response. But in Japan, these weren't discoveries, they were inheritances. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara wrote often about the role of stillness in healing. He believed that gratitude was not just emotion, but medicine. Gratitude is a way to clean the heart, he once said. And a clean heart sleeps peacefully. So tonight, before lying down, turn off the lights a few minutes earlier. Sit, breathe, say thank you, not to impress, but to release. You don't need the perfect posture, just the willingness to meet yourself. A few quiet breaths, a small moment of gratitude. Not much to ask, but possibly everything your body has been needing. In Japan, the bedroom often doesn't look like a bedroom at all. There is no high bed, no heavy mattress, no overflowing nightstand. Instead, there is a clean floor, usually covered in woven tatami mats, and a neatly folded futon, thin, supportive, and close to the earth. To the Western eye, it might seem bare. But to the Japanese elder, it is freedom. Simplicity is not absence. It's intention. Sleeping on a futon placed over tatami is a centuries-old practice rooted in both tradition and physiology. The tatami, a mat made of compressed rice straw, breathes naturally, adjusting to temperature and humidity. It grounds the body. It connects one to the rhythms of the earth. The futon, unlike thick mattresses, allows the spine to align. Many Japanese elders credit it with their strong posture and flexible joints, even into their 80s and 90s. Without the artificial softness that can trap the body in poor alignment, the futon encourages subtle muscular engagement and better circulation. But this setup is more than physical. It shapes the relationship to sleep. In traditional Japanese homes, the futon is laid out each evening and folded away each morning. This daily rhythm keeps the space open, intentional. It transforms the act of sleeping into a practice arriving and departing with care. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who moved with surprising ease well into his centenarian years, often slept on a firm futon. He believed that comfort should never become complacency, that the body, when gently challenged, stays awake to life. Today, sleep industries promise better rest through technology. Adjustable beds, memory foam, smart pillows. But perhaps healing. Sleep requires less clutter, less indulgence, less insulation from the ground beneath us. Consider this. When we lie close to the earth, we surrender. Our breath slows. Our mind stills. We remember that rest is not just for recovery, but for realignment. You don't need to replace your bed overnight. But maybe tonight, lay a firm mat or blanket on the floor. Try resting there for a few minutes. Feel the floor. Feel your spine lengthen. Your body remember. Simplicity has geometry. And the Japanese have been sleeping in harmony with it for centuries. In the end, longevity is not found in complexity, but in rhythm. The elders of Japan have shown us that the body, when cared for gently and consistently, carries us far. Their nighttime rituals are not grand, not expensive, not revolutionary. They are ordinary actions repeated with care. A warm bath, a cup of roasted barley tea, a few conscious breaths, a soft place to lie close to the earth. And yet, within these simple acts, there is a kind of quiet revolution. Because in a world that runs faster every year, faster lights, faster meals, faster thoughts, the Japanese elder slows down. They prepare the body not just for sleep, but for healing. They allow space for the body to remember itself. They don't chase rest. They welcome it. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara believed that how we live between our appointments, our meals, our milestones, that's where health is shaped. Health, he said, is less about medicine and more about movement, meaning, and rhythm. And nowhere is rhythm more important than in the hour before we sleep. Modern science now echoes what the ancients intuited. That sleep is not passive. It is active regeneration. The immune system strengthens. The brain resets. The heart recovers. But only if we allow it. Only if we stop fighting the night. So tonight, and every night, honor that window. Not with noise, but with rituals of peace. Run the warm water, hold the warm tea, breathe softly. Be grateful. The day is done. You have done enough. Let your evening become a doorway not just into sleep, but into life that feels lighter, longer, more aligned. If this video inspired you, leave a comment below saying, "I'm ready to sleep like the Japanese." Share this message with someone who needs rest, not more rush. And if you want to receive more wisdom from Japanese longevity, subscribe now, because a long life begins with one peaceful night.